welcome back to the channel Kanu Sir, and I am your teacher Pawan Kanu, and I am back with a new topic for mathematics, and the new topic is population growth and compound depreciation. So before understanding these both topics, let me remind you that in the previous video I have explained you about the compound interest and simple interest, and the formulas of compound interest and simple interest will be applicable in the population growth and compound depreciation also, but the understanding and the use of formulas will be different. So let us start the first topic, that is population growth. What is population growth? Population growth is the extra amount of number of people increase in a gap of certain period of time. So if there is a total number of people in a place A in the year 1996, for an example, we can say there are 10,000 of people staying on a place A during the duration of 1996. After 2 years, the population of an area in 1998 has increased up to 12,000. So the growth of 10,000 to 12,000 is 2,000. This amount of number of people being increased in within 2 years is called population growth. In the same way, about compound depreciation, depreciation is a condition of decreasing the value of any object bought. For example, let us take a motorcycle you have bought at rupees 2 lakhs. Then after certain period of time, the amount of motorcycle will be devaluated and it will decrease. For an example, let us take it has decreased up to the rate 1,50,000. So there will always be the decrease in the value of the items if you utilize them. Then what happens? The decrease is found, that is 50,000. So whenever any object is bought at home or in the factories, mostly the machinery items, their rate decreases year by year. Whereas if you really go to the market and buy the same machinery item for the new cost, then the cost of the machines will be increased year by year. But after buying the same machine for some period of time, then the value of the machine will be decreased. That is called depreciated. So this amount is the amount of depreciation. And what is the main theme of, and what is the actual meaning here is that we have to use the same formula in the compound interest which we have used before. Let us see the formulas made. So in this video we will actually find to make the formulas, how the formulas are made. Then I will make a new video, next video, to solve the questions related population growth and compound depreciation. First, let us take population growth. And I'll write here past, present and future. So if there is a difference between past and present, then the first term will be population P will be taken, and after a certain period of time the population P will be changed to PT. If we take the difference between present and future population, then at that time we have to take present population as P, you can write PO, and future population will be PT. And if we take the relation between past and future directly, then we will take the population PO and the future as PT. Now, by using the same logic of compound interest, population PT is equals to PO, initial population, 1 plus R by 100 to the power P. Here R is the rate of increase of population in a certain duration or certain period of time. And here are some terms that are needed to be understood, like migration. So there are two types of migration: migration in and migration out, birth and death. why we take out the population growth rate, and if the conditions of migration, birth and death is given, then the formula changes to Pt is equals to initial population 1 plus R upon 100 to the power T plus migrated people in minus migrated people out plus number of birth minus number of death. So these are the two formulas that are mostly important in population growth. Now let us take about the formulas needed for compound depreciation. Here in compound depreciation we will use the same formula as in the population growth, but in place of plus sign we will have to put minus sign in the formula. Let us take the formula of the previous population growth. It was Pt and initial population 1 plus R times 100 to the power T, but when it comes for the depreciation there will be minus here in the formula, and rest all other cases will be same. But in depreciation we are talking about the amount of the value of the items getting decreased. So this is the only formula required or utilized or used in compound depreciation. But there is one more formula which is applicable in both of the cases, and that formula is if the time period is same but the rate of interest or the rate of increase in population or the rate of decreasing the amount or value of the items are different in different years, then how to use them? Pt is equals to initial formula P plus 1 plus R upon 100, R1 upon 100, 1 plus R2 upon 100. Every year the rates are different, and 1 plus R3 upon 100, and we don't have to take care about the annually and semi-annually conditions in population growth and compound depreciation, and that is the easier point. So this topic is a bit easier than that of compound interest alone we studied in the previous videos. And for depreciation there will be, this is for population growth, and now for depreciation we'll write P naught 1 minus R1 upon 100, value is being decreased. First year again the value is being decreased to the second year, and again the value is being decreased in the third year, and so on as per the period of time given. So this much for this video today, and if you really like the video then don't forget to share the video, and if you haven't subscribed till now then subscribe my channel, and I hope you are getting really benefited looking my videos. If you have some comments, some suggestions related to my teaching, then please you can write in the comment section below of this video, or you can send me an email in my email. Till then, keep practicing, keep learning. Bye.